This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and what I have for you today is this Kaba 20 Mortice cylinder that was sent to me by Liam in New York. Now, it's a common misconception that all Kaba 20s have 20 pins, much like the Kaba 8 normally has 8 pins, but it's actually very rare for a Kaba 20 to have its full complement. In fact, I've never personally seen it. Kaba 20s usually use the potential for a lot of pins as a master keying tool, with different zones in the master key system associated with different combinations of pin positions. This particular one has 12 pins, which is double or triple that found in many pin tumbler locks. Adding to the picking difficulty is the extreme precision with which these locks are made, so I'm expecting quite a fight. So let's get this in the vise, get to picking, and then of course I will take it apart to show you what's inside. Okay, let's get some tension in here. And I'm going to start with one of my multi-pick dimple picks, and you see I have a rake standing by. I often use a combination of single pin picking and raking on the high precision, high pin tumbler count dimple locks. Okay, I'm on the right side bottom. Click out of 1, nothing on 2, 3, 4, or 5. Moving to the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go to the upper pins. There's only 2 of them. One on the left side and one on the right. Okay, I got to click on the one on the left. Nice fat click on the one on the right. Let's try the bottoms again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Click out of 5 on the right. Let's go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Click out of 5 on the left, go back to the right side, click out of 1, nothing on 2, 3, click out of 4, nothing on 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left. Let's check those top pins again. The left one is definitely set, as is the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, when I run into a situation where I don't feel anything else that's binding or it feels like everything's set, I'll usually take a rake and go through there and see if that helps loosen things up. Now, I'm not pushing hard. If I do, I have an issue with potentially oversetting pins. But just a little bit of force usually knocks things into position. Okay, all of these pins are locked up pretty tight. I feel like this is very close to opening. There we go. Okay, let's take this apart and see what's inside. Oh, it's not turning back. Probably have a pin drop down into the keyway there. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Okay, to take this apart, I need to remove the screws on the cam. And this Kaba uses an odd size cylinder. I do not have a follower that matches it, so I'm just going to use the cylinder itself as the follower and be very careful not to drop the key pins out in the process. Okay, let's get the key in there. Okay, so we should have pins coming from the side and up from the angled top directions. Okay, so we will go, we'll go 6 and 6. Oh, the first pin just dropped out. We'll call that number 10. 9. We have these hollowed out pins, and it looks like they're a bit tapered on the end, which I've discussed this before in connection with lockwoods. A tapered pin used in a core with extreme precision is a very, very tough combination to defeat. You'll usually have to set the pins many, many times before the core will turn. Okay, this is one of the top driver pins. I can already tell this is going to be a lot of fun to get back together. Okay, those are all the driver pins. Now let's dump the key pins out. Oh, I lost 2 of them. Let me put them back in place so we can be sure I have them in the right positions. Okay, so looks like there are spooled tops there that will be very, very difficult to recover from if you were to overset one of these pins. Okay, let's give you a close-up of all of this. You can see on all of those driver pins, every single one of them is hollow, and that gives the spring room to fit in those really tight cylinders. Even these long ones have a hollow end on it. Then if we take a close look at almost every single one of these key pins, you can see there is a little bit of spooling at the top that will trap it above the shear line if you overset it. That can make picking very, very difficult if you're not careful. Then looking at this core, we can see all of the pin positions. They didn't even drill more than 12 holes in this. And I suppose that's normal. You don't want driver pins dropping into the wrong spots. But it's interesting to see something called a Kaba 20 that only has 6 on each side, 12 total. Nothing terribly interesting inside of the core, exactly what you would expect. But the precision fit between these two is really something to marvel at. It's hard to explain just how tight that feels. Okay, so Liam, thank you very much for this lock. This was a lot of fun to pick open. To everyone else, if you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.